You're listening to the Ordinary Vegan Podcast, where we teach you everything you need to know about adopting a plant-based diet full or part-time. Our goal is to empower you to live a long and healthy life. If you have any questions, please send an email to questions@ordinaryvegan.net.
I'm back. Hello, friends, and welcome to Podcast 100, Manifestation and the Power of You. Yes, it's been a while, but I am here again, and I'm so excited. If we haven't met, my name is Nancy Montori, and I am here to serve you and help you live the healthiest, happiest life you can. And I hope to do this by sharing all the latest information I can about health and wellness for your body and your mind. There is so much information out there, and I am a gatherer, that's for sure, and I plan to share all this valuable information with you. By the way, everyone is welcome here, and nobody has to follow a plant-based lifestyle perfectly. I'm definitely not perfect, and I don't want you to try to be perfect. My goal is to provide you with the information you need to want to take care of your container, your body, the one container you get in life. And I am hoping I can inspire you to treat it with the utmost respect. Before we begin, it's really important for me to thank all of you who've reached out to me over the last couple of years, asking me when I was going to restart my podcast. I so appreciated that, and I think deep down inside, I knew I wasn't done trying to help people live the healthiest life possible. So basically, what happened to me is that I lost 2 family members to what we think was COVID, and I really had a strong reaction of sadness, anger, guilt, like, why couldn't I keep them alive? What could I have done better? Which, of course, is a little crazy and ridiculous. But when you spend every waking hour trying to share information to keep people healthy, you feel like you failed. Both of my family members died in their homes and didn't go to the hospital. My entire family has a profound fear of hospitals because of me being taken away for months to a children's hospital when I was battling polio. So that fear is deep-rooted in our childhood. But that was then, this is now, and I am ready for new challenges. And I am also surrounded by sheets of new information and new scientific studies that I'm going to share that's going to help you live a long and healthy life. My upcoming podcast will include everything you need to know about high vibrational nutrition, caring for the human brain, the hidden threat of microplastics. You won't believe how you are unknowingly consuming them. We're going to dive into the always important food-mood connection and how fasting can help with depression. Speaking of the food-mood connection, there are many new tools for mental health so you can thrive in what can be challenging times. There is so much to explore. Today, I thought Podcast 100 should be dedicated to helping you shift your mindset toward the endless possibilities and personal growth that are out there for you. And we can accomplish that with power of belief. I believe we can think a goal into becoming a reality. It's called manifesting. Manifesting is about rewiring your brain to subconsciously seek out something you want or need in life. It is a tool I've been using more and more lately, and it has not only helped with my personal growth, it has also helped with my mental health by reducing all the noise around me. So I'm going to begin this podcast with a little wisdom from Cher. Yes, Cher, Cher, the singer, on her book tour. She said, "What belongs to you comes to you." When I heard her say that, it really struck a chord with me, pardon the pun, because it meant to me that the things that are meant for you in life can naturally find their way to you. It just so happens Cher, who looks amazing and has so much energy at the age of 78 years old, follows a plant-based diet that focuses on fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and healthy fats to stay unbelievably fit. At any rate, to me, the saying, "What belongs to you comes to you," means the little things that are meant for you in life can naturally find their way to you with a little help from yourself. And I know there is something that belongs to every single one of you out there that you need or desire in your life, and it is there for the taking if you know how to get it. And I have proof of this. I have been manifesting my life most of my life. That doesn't mean nothing bad has ever happened to me, because many things have. The idea behind manifesting is that by believing you can do something and focusing your thoughts and energy in that direction, you can make your dreams come true. During my time away, I wrote a memoir. A memoir isn't a tell-all or even an autobiography. For me, it was really a story of transformation in the discovery of how much I manifested in my life, and I really examined why and how I did that. One of the things that I recognized about me while I was writing my book was that I've always been a daydreamer. I still am. In my younger life, all I cared about was music. I don't know what stories I have shared in the past, but the first concert I ever went to was the Beatles. I had to sneak out of the house to attend, and then I climbed over a barbed wire fence to gain admission to see them. I daydreamed about the Beatles all the time. Somehow, much later in life, I got a job with Warner Brothers Records and got to work George Harrison and John Lennon's music and meet a Beatle. How in the world did that happen, and why? My love and focus on music led me to a long and wonderful career in the music industry, which goes back to one of my favorite quotes by Joseph Campbell. "Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors where there were only walls." So, let's talk about what belongs to you, comes to you, and the different approaches to manifesting. First and foremost, you have to truly desire and feel passionate for what you want to manifest. While I was researching manifesting, I discovered that many people use visualization to manifest. In other words, they will visualize it like they have already achieved it and think about how happy it makes them. Others, who have a lot of negative self-talk, need to script it like it is fiction at first and keep reading it. Many athletes visualize themselves at their peak performance, in addition to spending hours honing their skills. Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps used visualization as part of his training strategy. Phelps swims any race hundreds of times in his head before the actual race. So that is a strategy you could use, especially if you want to win something or achieve something. Visualize yourself accepting that award or doing that TED Talk over and over. There is a writing theory out there that many people use to manifest. That's called the Nikola Tesla's 369 theory. The 369 theory is a concept where Nikola Tesla believes the numbers 3, 6, and 9 hold significant power and represents universal patterns, with 3 signifying creation, 6 representing harmony, and 9 symbolizing completion and fulfillment, suggesting that focusing on these numbers could unlock secrets of the universe. Many people use the 369 method in their manifestation practice by writing down their desires 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. Believing this repetition of writing amplifies the intention. I started doing that in 2025, although some days I forget, And so I will let you know if it works for me, because it is definitely an unusual manifestation for me. If you don't want to do the 3-6-9 method, you could open a journal and write about your desires and how you will feel when they are fulfilled. Some people use vision boards. I have a board next to my desk with photos and sayings and a photo of Pedro Pascal. Obviously, Pedro is never going to be my boyfriend, but I love his energy, and perhaps I will attract people with that kind of energy. Some people use daily positive affirmations to help boost their self-esteem, which can improve their mental health. Just thinking more positive about yourself makes it easier to manifest. And I know there's so many people out there listening today who unfortunately have been showered with a lot of negativity in their life, which isn't fair. And some generations of parents have been passing negative behavioral traits from family to family. And I know it's a lot to overcome. But I also know you can do it, because positive affirmations can help reprogram your subconscious mind. And always start your daily affirmations with I am, and in the present tense. Affirmations are phrases that you affirm on a daily basis. Sometimes it's called the law of attraction. Every day say, I am worthy of love, respect, and capable of achieving my goals. Maybe start out by asking yourself honestly, what do I want? Say you want a home. Create a set of present tense phrases that indicate that this desire has been accomplished. So you want a home. Say, I own and live in a beautiful 5-bedroom home in whatever your dream location is. Or you might say, I am creative and productive every day to help accomplish any goal. For the best results, always find the emotion behind what it's like for these things to be true, like excitement, belief, and gratitude. Some people like to create an action plan for their manifestations. To write an action plan, first clearly define your goal, then break it down. An action plan is simply a list of tasks or steps you need to complete and achieve your goals. For example, if you want to be a big-time influencer, write how many times you need to post a day or how many live videos you need to do on TikTok. However you manifest, the world is ready to see the new you. When you manifest, you are taking control over your life by setting intentions and visualizing positive outcomes, which will increase your confidence and motivation. Imagine what your new life will feel like. I would love to hear from any of you how manifesting is working in your life. Love to get feedback. Now, I want to manifest a simple high-protein plant-based recipe that only takes moments to prepare. I just returned from the Natural Products Expo West and attended so many sessions on new innovations in food and got to sample hundreds of new natural, organic, plant-based foods that will be arriving on everyone's shelves soon. The one thing that really stuck out to me was how much consumers want protein. Protein was the number one macronutrient for 2025 in all demographics, Gen Z, Gen X, millennials, and even boomers. And the one big myth about being plant-based is not enough protein. That's not true. Contrary to popular belief, plants can contain all 9 essential amino acids and can be a complete protein. At any rate, I'm going to focus some of my podcast recipes on easy, simple, high-protein plant-based recipes. So let's go into Ordinary Vegan's kitchen and start with one of my favorites from the Easy 5-Ingredient Vegan Cookbook. It's called sun-dried tomato and chickpea sandwich, and you could also omit the bread and put it on a salad. You'll need 1 cup of sun-dried tomatoes chopped, a half a cup of vegan mayonnaise, 2 15-ounce cans of cooked chickpeas, rinsed and drained, a half a cup of chopped basil, salt, and black pepper. In a food processor, add the sun-dried tomatoes, mayonnaise, and basil and process until smoothish. Add the chickpeas and process another 10 to 15 seconds. The chickpeas should be lumpy but somewhat mashed up. Transfer everything to a bowl and stir to combine. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Spread the mixture on your favorite bread and top it with your favorite toppings like sliced avocado or lettuce. Or put this high-protein mashup on top of a salad and enjoy 12 grams of protein and 16 milligrams of iron. This will serve 2 to 3 depending on your appetite. Oh my gosh, that's it. Over and out. I hope I did a good job today. I wanted to restart this podcast with lots of positivity, and I hope I achieved that. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please give it a review and a share. I have to start all over, so every review is so helpful. I so appreciate you all, and I look forward to getting to know you all better. You can find today's show notes and recipe on my website, ordinaryvegan.net. Please follow me at Ordinary Vegan on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Yes, I said TikTok, hoping to do some mini podcasts on that platform. I also wrote a cookbook and released it the week before lockdown. It is called the Easy 5-Ingredient Vegan Cookbook, which you can purchase on my website at ordinaryvegan.net/shop. You can also purchase and learn about the health benefits of my organic plant-based CBD made from hemp. And if you get a chance, read the testimonials. It's incredible how much it is helping people, and I hope it can help you too. If you have any questions, never hesitate to reach out to me at questions@ordinaryvegan.net. Last but not least, thanks to Doug Barnes, my producer, for coming back to the podcast and joining me on this journey again. I so appreciate you. That's it. Till next time.
Thanks for joining our plant-based community today. Together, we can accomplish great things. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of Ordinary Vegan's recipes and plant-based tips. If you have any questions or feedback, email us at questions@ordinaryvegan.net. Until next time.